Hey everyone, Christian Jensen, Director of Development, Gateway Collective. I'm with my man Eugene Smalls Jr. Got to get that right. He's our community resource advocate over here at City Center Lofts. We are in his office here on the second floor of City Center Lofts where he does his work, he does his magic. And wanted to come to you with a quick video so that you get to know this guy. You get to know a little bit of what he does, building relationships and helping drive forward motion for our tenants here at City Center. But also, we'll talk a little bit about giving you somewhat of a sneak peek or more of a reason why you want to come to our upcoming gala that we have coming up in December, Gateway Home, a Night of Hope. Because we're going to do in this event a really awesome, what we call immersive tour, where you're going to come upstairs, you're going to get a chance to go through the site to see the spaces, to see the units, to see our community spaces, and to learn a little bit about who we're serving, how we're serving them, and then the transformation that takes place through that process. So, first of all, Eugene, uh, talk a little bit about yourself, man. What is your background? What brings you here to City Center, and why are you passionate about serving these folks that you're coming
Well,
with?
I think most importantly, we talk about my background and history stems in homelessness right now. So, for the last 10 years working at St. John's Ministries and just being immersed in the population of those experiencing homelessness. So, during that time, I did lots of case management, and my primary goal was building relationships. While others might thought the primary goal is find people houses, get somebody a place to stay, my primary goal was building effective relationships to see to it that people move forward in a better manner than just getting a place to live, because we know that's just a small morsel of the problem, right? So I did that for 10 years, and I found out finding a person a place to live again was such a small portion of what people really went through that we often experience people either passing away once they moved out of shelter, or we experience people returning to shelter in rapid numbers. So they'd get a place to stay and then they'd return to shelter. So whether it was through external programs or internal, me finding them a place, they would either in back in shelter or pass away, which is gut wrenching. It's a kick in the gut, when you spend so much time with somebody and that's the outcome or result. So that really stirred in me. I spent 10 years I'm doing this and doing this, and we're always looking at how do we get ahead of this? What's the solution? What's
Yeah.
the problem? Really, and really seeking to find that. Obviously, I found that solution with Gateway Collective and coming over, learning about what was going on with Lexi, whom I worked with for the last 10 plus years, and all of a sudden she's on to something new and saying we got to get ahead of
Yeah.
what you've been experiencing. So all of my time spent there was kind of feeding her research and her understanding and what really people need in this whole project of Gateway Collective, which is community. So with that said, my position was created. It was created to create community, to be that in-house resource, that person that people can really lean on, because we knew that that was one of the effective things. We just know that that's something people lose.
Yeah.
So you get housed, whether it's through a program or on your own, and all of a sudden you lose a big piece of yourself when you lose your community. And what happens from there is people they turn to what they know best, or right back to where the community exists.
Yeah.
And so now we have the opportunity through Gateway Collective to create the community right here in house, to be at home, to be able to have somebody who can help them along the way. So yes, I'm just a step above being homeless, and I have somebody to help guide that rather than just being a step above and waiting until homelessness to start to figure something out, to start to ask questions, to even start to get help. And ultimately, that's what's going on in our world is before an individual can get help, you have to be homeless. And then not only that, you have to be chronically homeless, which means if you're first time homeless, it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
And so when you're looking at a family of four and they become homeless, we don't know that journey. Well, for I do, because I've done this. That journey's 4 years out before they really start to experience people to notice them, to a helping hand. And so with Gateway, we just want to be ahead of that. And so I'm really excited about my position.
Yeah, I love it, and I love hearing how, you know, you and Lexi, who've been around really the longest of our team and have gone through the time at St. John's, worked with, I don't know, probably hundreds of guests in their journey, and just going through that and understanding how A, we need to get upstream of homelessness. B, let's take what we've learned and has been successful in that wraparound support, providing someone on site that can meet with guests at, as you've done at shelter, but how can we bring that upstream? And that's what I love about this, because you're not finding that model really anywhere. You think about if you're out in the world and you're a professional and you got a job, who do you go to learn about opportunities and to get essentially life counseling on things that will help you move forward on your goals? There's rarely those opportunities. Sometimes you might find that in your family, sometimes you might find that in your job if that's a resource there, but it's rarely consistent. And so I just love that you are going to be here for our tenants, you know, 300 plus tenants in the 72 units, doing number one, like you said, building those relationships, because in order to have that great forward motion, you got to build the trust, right? As you've seen, and to seeing their journey and to seeing their results. So I love it. I love it. So we don't want to give away too much of what Eugene does or more of his background. You're going to hear more of that when you come to our event. We don't want to steal that thunder, but it's a great story. So when you come to the event, you're going to hear that story, but you're also, like I said, you're going to go through this immersive experience, which we'll highlight more between now and the event day. But essentially, as you go through that, and teams of 10 or groups of 10, you're going to go through a number of stations where you're going to learn about folks that are on the brink, people that are earning what seemingly are good salaries, but still are living paycheck to paycheck. You're going to understand the various stressors that they experience in their personal life, in their family life, in their relationships, in their work life, in their spiritual well-being, and how all of that is interconnected. And if we can have someone like Eugene and the various programs that we provide at Gateway to really help give them margin and stability and a sense of belonging, then that is going to really provide more balance for them so that they can be more whole in those relationships, in their home, and then they feel more comfortable and have the sense of belonging here. So you're going to experience a lot in that journey. We've talked about how our event is not your typical gala. It really is going to be powerful. And so we hope that you're going to join us on December 6th. It's going to be right here at City Center Lofts. You're going to get a chance to meet Eugene. You're going to get a chance to meet all of our staff, a number of our board. It will be a night that you will not forget. So we have limited tickets. You got to get online right now. Click the link or go to gatewaycollective.org and learn about the event. Get your tickets. You can buy individual tickets. You can buy group tickets. Highly recommend the group experience. Get 10 of your friends, 9 of your friends together. It's groups of 10. And come with us, meet Eugene, learn about our programs, learn about those that we're serving, and how this innovative model can truly be transformational for our community and beyond here in Green Bay. So hope to see you there. Get your ticket and look forward to partying with you. Gateway Home, December 6th. Be there. Let's do it. See you then.
We have a special treat at the end of our event. So
Ooh.
if you know me and you've experienced being around me in any form or fashion over the last 10 years or at any part, there's going to be a special treat So you would want to be there to see that. Definitely come check us out, experience what we got. What we got for you. So
This is a special treat for me. I don't know what this is. I think I know what it is, but not gonna
nope,
venture
don't
any
give it away.
guesses. You got to be there to
You
check it
gotta be
out.
there. So
All right.
I'll say I will see you there. Not
Yes.
I will see you there.
You better be there.
Come on down.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot.